Hi, I'm Elisa Hall, and I am going to do my career presentation for Marriage and Family 150. It's on Family School Collaboration Specialist, which I actually have had a little bit of experience with as a mentor, which is I did 2 years before I started or went back to school. I did mentoring for a middle school, which was similar to this Family School Collaboration Specialist position or career. But where you work with children who are having difficult time. They're kind of on the fringe, who need that extra support. Their test scores are lower, and they may need help with social skills and organization skills, but you work with their parents and the teachers and the administration in collaborating with them in finding ways to come up with plans and situation or activities that can help them better themselves and get them on the right track in their education pursuits. So when I saw this career, I was like, hey, I kind of already did that, but I loved that it's been a little more in depth. So we're going to go through that. It is a full-time position with the schools, with the public schools. My position as a mentor was only part-time, but full-time, of course, 40 hours a week, but you still get summers off and days, the holidays off. And if you're a mom, that is ideal, because then you get, when your kids are off, you're usually off during the school year, unless it's a day that they want you there to work with your the administrator that you would be working under, or you need to talk with teachers or whatever. But that doesn't happen very often, at least in my experience, it didn't. And then of course you have summers off with your children, so that's really nice. The typical stressors of this job really is that you have to work with a variety of different students with a lot of different problems and different temperaments, and also with their families. And you will be working closely with them and the teachers, and you have to find middle ground and work and try to find where you can communicate all and together and work for the common good for that particular student. And that can be stressful because various different personalities, different situations, it just depends. And I had some students that I worked with as a mentor that definitely was more challenging than others, and their families were more challenging than others. But we still found middle ground. We still found ways to get around that so that we could help them be successful at the school that they were attending. You need to know in this position how to meet deadlines. You have to keep really good notes and record your interactions with the students and with their families. You need to be able to work as a team member. When I was working as a mentor, I had to work with it. I was assigned to a VP and also one of the school counselors, and the three of us met every week and would go over each student and where they are and how they're progressing and what do we need to do to move this forward a little more, and etc. So you have to work together be able to have the team member working in a group, working with a variety of different people and personalities. It says here also that the job is performed in some extreme temperatures and conditions, and you may be exposed to some risk and some injury and illness you're in a public or you're in a school. So it makes sense that you might be picking up, what the kids are all getting sick with. So that's, I think, what it's referring to. The typical benefits as a full-time employee is health and dental. You'll be able to have that, and also if you want volunteer life insurance policy, which is nice. There's also an HSA and FSA options if you're interested. The job tasks really are identifying the students that are in need of this service, that are on, like I said, the fringe, that are their test scores are low, they're struggling socially, they are not organized, their backpacks are stuffed of papers and all kinds of stuff, they're not organized, and you help them work through that, and also you coordinate with their families and their teachers in finding ways to best help them to improve in their schoolwork and in whatever areas that they're in need of help with. You need to be able to develop authentic relationship with their families, and you'll be contacting them regularly. And you need to be able to have moments where you can go out, even out of school time, and go, like they refer to as breaking bread in the community. Maybe attend events with that helps increase the family's trust in you and know that you are there for their child, and you want their best interest. You have their best interest at heart. The educational requirements really I found interesting, but it says that job experience would be helpful, and high school diploma. Although I would imagine that if you got a degree with this degree, family and marriage science degree, that you would be a real asset to this career. You would be able to add so much more because of the training and learning how to work with diverse situations and diverse families. The job, the starting salary range is about $30,000, a little over $30,000 a year, and but I went online and it looked that it can even go up to about $47,000 a year. So I think it just depends on where you get the job with which, if it's with which school and where their base is. Other than that, I really thought this looked like a great career. Again, I already did something similar to this for 2 years, and I loved it. I loved working with those students and helping them. It was so satisfying, and also finding different ways to help them. I am loving this class. I love the options that I'm coming across, and it's really made me think and realize that there's so much more to marriage and family studies than I ever imagined. So I'm very excited about this. Thank you, and I hope to talk with you more later on our discussion boards. Those have really been helpful, and it's just really great. So thanks. Bye.